All right, everyone, welcome back into another NFL DFS video. My name is Polzin with 95 Sports. Going to be breaking down the top plays here for this Thursday Night Football Thanksgiving edition of Primetime Kirk Cousins, trying to figure out whether or not he can overcome his primetime issues versus the New England Patriots. Okay, this is going to be a fun one. I think so. Just like overall, game-wise, fun. I kind of think the Patriots are going to be a great spot to pull off an upset. And there's just a lot of good DFS plays and a lot of great prop bets out there. So I will be touching on the DFS side as well as the prop bets as they come up. So this should be a good video. If you guys enjoy the coverage, make sure to give a like and subscribe. That helps me be able to put out more content for you guys. All right, let's get into it right now. All right, let's start out with the Patriots side of the football. Okay, starting with the running back position. Obviously, Ramondre Stevenson is the highest priced Patriots player on the slate, and he should be. Okay, played in 78% of the snaps last week, and that was with Damian Harris coming back. Okay, Damian Harris is a good running back. We all know that. But just the fact that Stevenson still saw a lot of snaps, I think that tells us that regardless of how the game flow goes, that Stevenson is still going to play at least 65% of the snaps, which makes him a very strong play. I don't think those targets are going to go away as well. We've seen him get involved in the passing game a ton. He's had 5, 8, 7, 7, and 6 targets. Okay, so that is all good stuff there for Stevenson. He should be involved in the passing game still. And as long as he can be good on the ground rushing the football, he's going to be a stellar play for you. Okay, the Jets defense they're a good defense. Okay, it's no surprise that he really struggled. The Vikings defense is just not as good. The issue with Stevenson is I don't think he's going to be one of the highest scores on the slate. I think he's just going to be a safe scorer on the slate. So I don't think we have to play him in the captain spot. A lot of people might be wondering if they can play Mac Jones at all, just given the matchup with the Vikings. I'm going to say no. In other good matchups thus far this season, you look at Miami, Pittsburgh at the time, Baltimore, he hasn't done well in those matchups. So we're going to be avoiding him. And then just how much I don't want to say Mac Jones has played poorly, but just how much does that poor play hurt his pass catchers that you want to be on? So like one would be Jacoby Myers, kind of obviously. Okay, Jacoby Myers is actually a player that I like a lot prop bet wise as well. His over and under yards right now is 50.5, which I think we're going to bet the over. Okay, this is a good matchup. And you look at what he's been able to do the last few weeks against, less than stellar matchups. You look at the Jets, 52. You look at Indy, 42. You look at the Jets, 60. That is pretty good. He has been a very strong player as well. The only worry is that I also want to bet the over 4.5 receptions as well. Once again, the weakness for the Vikings is going to be in the passing game. I kind of think he does it. Okay. I think we can lock in 4 receptions. It's just, does he get that extra reception? Either way, I think Jacoby Myers is going to be a great play on this slate. He's both going to be a safe play, but also he is someone that I think you can get away with playing in the captain spot because we could see that upside game happen for him. It's just whether or not we should do that. That's the biggest question. Then the next pass catcher that I'd like for the Patriots is going to be Hunter Henry, especially given the price point. This is a very cheap price point for Hunter Henry. He played in 84% of the snaps last week. Okay. Now, yes, the targets haven't been there as much as we would like, as much as it seemed like they might be for that 3-week stretch in there where the targets were being funneled his way. That's the worry. But I do like the fact that he is playing a lot of snaps, and I do like the price point. Do we need to play 3 Patriots? That's the biggest question. I don't know if we need to, so maybe you just don't play him. And then just looking at the pass catchers as well. Nelson Agholor priced correctly. That's the problem. All the receivers are priced correctly because we don't know exactly which one it's going to be. Agholor played in over 50% of the snaps last week, which good job. Jonnu Smith was the tight end that had the best game, but once again, I like Hunter Henry a little bit better. Tyquan Thornton, they try to get him involved early, and it worked for 1 week, and then since then we haven't seen anything from him. So I don't know, just kind of strange there. I've always thought he was just a slightly better version of Denzel Mims, which obviously just not a good thing. And then Parker just not involved enough to really play him as well. So, we really got Stevenson, Myers, and then maybe Hunter Henry. I guess you could think about playing Damian Harris, but he's priced up too much. Okay, we're getting a max of 15 opportunities with a floor of 7 opportunities. I don't know if that's going to be enough for him to hit value. Now, he looked great last week. Obviously, that's good. Gets a better matchup this week. Not going to be playing him. Now, looking at the Minnesota side of the football, I am going to be doing something that's kind of crazy. I'm going to bet Dalvin Cook under 73.5 rushing yards. Okay, and I don't love that because a lot of the games he's been right around there. Okay, either he's really sucked or he's really went over. Okay, obviously this is more of a matchup based bet. The Patriots are just a solid defense, and you kind of want to attack them. I don't even want to say in the passing game, but more or less with the tight end. Okay, so I have been finding myself on TJ Hawkinson a little bit more, and this is a prop bet that I actually like a decent amount. They have been targeting him a ton. Now, yes, he had 2 bad drops last week, so maybe they look elsewhere this week. But if they don't, if those targets continue to be there like they have been every game that he's been a Viking. His over and under for 4.5 receptions is too low. And even his yards at 45.5 seems too low, especially given the fact that the one weakness that the Patriots defense has is the tight end spot. So I think Hockenson is both going to be a safe play and a high upside play, especially given the fact that you got someone like Justin Jefferson in his toughest matchup of the season thus far. And a lot of people are saying, well, Diggs locked him up. Kind of. Diggs literally locked him up, locked up his arms. Jefferson definitely had a touchdown or a play that should have been called the DPI. I don't think anyone's questioning that, but you give him that play, that's a big play. It's another reception, that's 40 yards and a touchdown. Okay, that's a 12-point play, and then we're not even really thinking about it. Would be a good play, but a tough matchup. Okay, so just how many points is Justin Jefferson going to score? Okay, and just how poorly is Kirk Cousins going to play in primetime? That's the biggest question as well, because that would obviously hurt Justin Jefferson as well. That's my biggest issue on the slate. It's like, can we play Justin Jefferson? Okay, that's up for you guys to decide. I'll try to put some builds in there with him. I haven't been able to do it just yet. And then from there, KJ Osborne, playing a lot of snaps, it wouldn't be surprising to see him have a big game and get some targets with a lot of defensive attention on Justin Jefferson. He's kind of the forgotten man that's playing a lot of snaps. We can expect 60 to 80% of the snaps. The Vikings have been running out a lot of 11 personnel, which is 1 tight end, 1 running back, and 3 receivers. He's the 3rd receiver. That is basically their base personnel. So it wouldn't be shocking to see KJ Osborne, even be like the 3rd highest scoring receiver on the slate behind Jacoby Myers and Justin Jefferson. And then from there, really nothing else. Like, we got all the plays that we want to be in. I don't think I'm going to play Kirk Cousins. I guess Cook could be okay. Not someone I'm particularly going on my way to play. So just trying to figure out how to navigate the slate. Like, do you want to play Justin Jefferson? There you go, you can. But then who are you going to end up putting in the captain spot? That's the biggest issue. Like, I do like TJ Hockenson in the captain spot. That does open up a lot as well. You could potentially go Devonta Parker. I'm okay with that. Patriots defense, I don't mind. Maybe go one of the kickers. Like, I don't hate that, but it is kind of a weird dead price point there. So that's kind of an issue that I've seen on this slate. And then obviously if you drop to like the value that's out there, not as easy to do as well. Maybe go Hunter Henry instead of Osborne. You get up to Harris, like, that's not really helping you all too much. Okay, so that's the biggest issues that we are seeing on the slate. Adam Thielen, I think, is going to be a fine play, but, maybe we can get the same production out of Thielen that we're getting out of a value play as well. So not a plug and play for me either. Then we'll just try to give you guys a build with Justin Jefferson in the captain spot. 4.6 left over. That's solid. You got KJ Osborne. That's good. It's going to be tough to beat that lineup, actually. That's a pretty solid build, but it'll probably be the most popular build, I would imagine. Okay, I kind of like that though. I think I'm going to roll with this one. Maybe in my cash. As long as this video doesn't get like 2,000 views and everyone's like loving this lineup as well. Then we might have to make some adjustments. Okay, so we'll see. But that's all I have for you guys for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe. That does help me be able to put out more content for you guys. All right, thanks for watching. As always, let's keep cashing.